नमस्कारम दोस्तों। नमस्कारम दोस्तों। माय नेम इज़ अमन आदित्य और आज का हमारा दिन है 8वां दिन और आज हम रीड करने वाले हैं पतंजलि योग सूत्र 27। हमने बीते दिनों में 26 सूत्र तक अपना रीडिंग कंप्लीट किया और आज की तारीख 19 जुलाई 2023 और समय हो रहा है 9:29 सुबह के 9:29 और बिना कुछ देरी के हम लोग स्टार्ट करते हैं। अगर ज़्यादा हो जाएगा तो प्रॉब्लम हो जाएगी, है ना। उसमें ज़्यादा मैं कोई प्रोफेशनल हूँ नहीं, तो स्टार्ट करते हैं। पतंजलि योग सूत्र 27। तस्य वाचकः प्रणवः। तस्य means of ईश्वर, वाचक means word, expressive, signifying. Pranava means mystic sound. The word expressive of Ishvara is the mystic sound Om. Om is goddess name as well as form. Because it is difficult to understand anything without a name, Patanjali wants to give the Supreme Purusha a name, even if Ishvara does not have a particular form. There should be a name, but Ishvara is a limited name. God is also limited because the very vibrations of the latter are limited. So, Patanjali wants a name that can give an ultimate idea and vibration, and which can include all vibrations, all sounds and syllables, because God is like that, infinite. So, Patanjali says Ishvara's name is means we cannot easily say so so it is written as Om. Om is called Pranava, which simply means but you need not to feel God's presence. If you it is as if you were trying to create God or bring God into you. There is no need to create God, but just to feel God in you. If you close your eyes and ears, sit quietly, allow the mind to be completely silent, and then listen within, you will hear God humming. God talks to us always, but we talk so loud we fail to hear. Here also we have to understand why we should give a name to something. In Sanskrit there is a term padartha. Colloquially it means thing, but literally it means the father and earth. The thing and its meaning, the name and form of a thing are inseparable. When you want to express a thought, you have to put it into words. Without words, you cannot convey what you are thinking. So, every thought or substance should have a name to express it. That is why we have a name for everything in this world. But in the normal sense, a name may mean something, but it cannot convey the exact nature of that thing. For example, when I say apple, we all know what an apple is. So, we are able to visualize the substance behind that name. But if you have never seen or heard of an apple, the word cannot convey anything. You cannot create a picture from the word itself. You may even wonder who this apple is. It has only become the name of that fruit through uses. But God's designation should not be like that. There are hundreds and thousands of names for God, but none of them convey the exact idea of God. They may give a picture of one aspect of God, but not the fullness of God. God is, was, and always will be, without being or end, infinite and omnipresent. For such a great one, there should be a name that conveys those same ideas. And not only that, but by repeating it, they very name should manifest God in you. The name chair can remain you of a chair, but you cannot sit on it. Sugar can remind you of something sweet, but you cannot taste it. But God's name should not only denote the fullness of God and itself represent God, it should also bring good God to you, and such a name cannot be anything but Om. Please do not think that I am a Hindu and the Hindu scriptures say this, so that is why I am saying it. I do not belong to any particular religion. All the scriptures indicate this. The Bible says, in the beginning there was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. And the Hindu Vedas says the name of Brahma is Om, and Om is Brahma. Why do they say this? Om is so rich, so deep, and capable of representing the omnipresent, endless, and beginningless God. Let us see why it is so. The name Om can split into three letters, A, O, and M. A, U, and M. That is why it is often written the entire Mandukya Upanishad expound the meaning of Om. There is divide Om into four stages. And Anahat, or the one that is beyond verbal pronunciation, as A is the beginning of all sound. A is the beginning of all sound. Every language begins with the letter A or A. A. A is pronounced by simple opening the mouth and making a sound. That sound is produced in the throat where the tongue is rooted. So, audible sound being begins with A. Then, as the sound comes forward between the tongue and the played up to the lips, to, is produced. Then, then close the lips, produce the M. Mm. So, so the creation is the preservation is U, and the culmination is M. So, includes the entire process of sound, and all other sound are contained in it. Thus, is the origin or seed from which all other sounds and words come. So, in actuality, Om is dormant in all other words after the verbal sounds, and there is still a vibration, that is the unspoken or anahat, a sound which is always in you, even before saying the and after finishing there is always a sound vibration in you that can never be destroyed. You can always listen to that sound if you remain quiet. For that reason, it is also called ajapa or unrepeated. Japa means repetition, but the ajapa is the which need not be repeated. It is always going on within. It is heard only when all the other sounds ceases. Even thinking creates a sound because thought itself is a form of speaking. By thinking you distort the original sound which transcends the beginning, continuation and end of the Om sound. To listen to that sound, you have to keep your mind quiet. Stop the thinking process and dive within them. You will be able to listen to that. That is called prana because it is connected with prana. Prana is the basic vibration which always exists whether it is manifesting or not. It is never ending. It is something like when we think, speak and act during our waking state. Whereas in the sleeping condition, the mind seems to keep quiet, but actually even in the sleeping state, movement is still there, vibration is still there in the mind in an unmanifested condition. Scientifically, we can say that when manifested objects are reduced to their unmanifested condition, they go back to the atomic vibration. Nobody can stop that atomic vibration. We say that animate objects move while inanimate ones do not, because it appears that way to our eyes. We cannot see any motion in a stone, but that does not mean it is motionless. When need not go to the scriptures, the scientists themselves have proven that. Similarly, even without your repeating it, the basic sound is always vibrating in you. It is the seed from which all other sound manifest. That is why represent God in the fullest sense. It has the power to create everything. If you make an apple out of clay, paint it beautifully and put it on a table with a real apple, an ordinary a person cannot see the difference between the clay apple and the real one. They look alike and have the same name. But if you plant them both, your clay apple will not create an apple tree, but the real one will. The true apple has that creative capacity within itself because the seed is there. Likewise, other words are just like the clay apple, while the seed word has the creative capacity to manifest the entire world. The entire world evolves from that and goes back into that again. That is why God's name should be no other name can be more adequate to represent God. We should always understand that was not invented by anybody. Some people didn't come together, hold nominations, take a vote, and the majority decided, all right, let God have the name. Oh, no, God manifested as any seeker who really want to see God face to face with will ultimately see God as that is why it transcends all geographical, political or theological limitations. It does not belong to one country or one religion. It belongs to the entire universe. It is a variation of this that we see as the Amin or Amin or Amin, which the Christians, Muslims and Jews says. That does not mean someone changed it. Truth is always the same. Wherever you sit for meditation, you will ultimately end in experiencing or the me. But when you want to express what you experienced, you may use different word according to your capacity or the language you know. For example, if some children hear somebody fire a gun and come running to their mama or may cry, mama, I heard a big sound, doom. Another child will say, no mama, it went doom. Oh mama, I heard a big bang. The third child will say, it is doom or doop or bang. These are all different versions of the same sound as heard by the different children. Likewise, if you sit and meditate and go deep into the cosmic sound, you may say, oh, I heard it as Amin. Another will say, I heard Amin. A third will say, a fourth That is why उपनिषद से एकम सत विपर्रह बुद्ध वेदांति. Truth is one. See us express it in many ways. So here we have learned the greatness of that basic seed word. No other name can be more suitable than this for the Supreme. And now, having expressed its greatness, Patanjali continues by saying, पतंजलि योग सूत्र 27. अभी हमने कंप्लीट रीड कर लिया है इसको, और फ़ोन में बैटरी ना होने के कारण कभी भी फ़ोन बंद हो सकता है. फिर अगर हमने स्टार्ट कर दिया तो पूरा ख़त्म करना पड़ेगा और वीडियो का प्रॉब्लम हो जाएगा. तो अभी के लिए शुभ रात्रि, नमस्ते. Bye. Good night.